Hey there and welcome to today's yoga flow. Today we're going to do a lovely hip and hamstring opener, releasing any tension we feel in our hamstrings and in our hips. So when you're ready, come in to sit on your mat like so with your legs cross-legged. Come to close down your eyes and just beginning to breathe in and out through your nose. Relaxing your shoulders down away from your ears. Imagine your bum is grounded to the earth here and your head is being drawn up towards the sky. Bringing your inhale even in length with your exhale, just so our body knows to relax. We're safe. And when you're ready, bringing your feet to touch. And your knees might be all the way up here right now. But if we pulse up and down, just noticing how that feels in your hips and your groin area. And just continue to pulse and breathe. Inhale even and length with your exhale. Just telling our body it's okay to relax. Loosening up our hip joints. Doing this as fast or as slow as you want. Just noticing how it feels in your body. And when you're ready, you can stop and you can just notice where your knees are falling as you relax. You can see mine are no longer up here. They're down here now because my hips are warmed up. So when you're ready, just pulling your knees down towards the mat and just holding this stretch for 4 breaths. Imagine your knees are being drawn down to the mat. You can apply some pressure with your hands either, just do what feels good for you. They don't have to actually touch the mat. That's okay if they're up a little bit higher. And just breathe. So inhale and exhale. And when you're ready, releasing this stretch. So this time, straightening the right leg out to the right hand side. Bring that left foot inside the right inner thigh. Face your hips towards the right foot. And inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, folding over that right leg. Grabbing the lower part of your right leg or your right foot. And just breathing here, feeling that stretch in your right inner hamstring. Taking 2 more breaths here. Make sure you're not rounding your spine, just keeping it nice and straight. You don't want to hurt your spine here. And when you're ready, inhale, coming back to center. This time, straightening the left leg out to the left hand side. Bring that right foot into the left inner thigh. Face your hips towards your left leg. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, folding over that left leg. Breathing here, taking 3 more breaths. Just making sure you're not rounding your spine. You kind of want to keep your chest open. And just being happy where you are today. You don't have to be really flexible. Flexibility takes a lot of consistency. So just being happy where your body is today. And just being patient with your body. And when you're ready, coming up to center, coming onto your all fours. Bring your knees in line with your hips, your wrists in line with your shoulders. When you're ready, bringing that left leg out into a fire hydrant, coming around in circular motions in one direction with your hip. Again, just warming up your left hip joint here. Breathing. And then maybe going around in the opposite direction. And when you're ready, bringing that left leg out into a fire hydrant, straighten that left leg, dropping that left foot out to the left hand side, coming down onto your forearms here, feeling a nice stretch in your left inner hamstring, and just taking 3 breaths here. Inhale and exhale. And when you're ready, coming back up onto your hands, bringing that left leg back in. This time bringing that right leg out into a fire hydrant, coming around in circular motions in one direction. Noticing how it feels in your right your right hip joint. And then maybe going around in the opposite direction. And when you're ready, coming out into a fire hydrant, straighten that right leg, drop that right foot out to the right hand side. Coming down onto your forearms. Breathing for 3 breaths, noticing how that feels in your right inner hamstring. Bringing your inhale even and length with your exhale. Telling our body it's okay to relax. And when you're ready, coming back up onto your hands, kicking that right leg back in, tuck your toes, lift your knees, pushing up into your downward facing dog. Begin to pedal out in your first downward facing dog for 5 breaths. Just noticing how your calf muscle feels, your hamstrings. Really wakening up your leg muscles here. Nice, slow, controlled breaths. And when you're ready, bending that right leg, straightening the left, breathing here for 3 breaths. Getting a lovely stretch on that left leg. And then rotating on the opposite side, so bending that left leg, straightening the right, breathing here for 3 breaths. And when you're ready, walking your hands up to meet your legs. Folding forward here, bending your knees if you need to. And just breathing, taking 3 breaths here, maybe grabbing your elbows and rocking from side to side. Just feeling that in your hamstrings, bending your knees if you need to. And when you're ready, walking your hands out, back to your downward facing dog. When you're ready, inhale, reaching that right leg up into a 3-legged downward facing dog. Exhale, bring that right leg in between your hands on front. Lowering that left knee down, untuck your left toes. Inhale, reaching your arms up into your low lunge. Exhale, bring your hands to rest on your right leg. Just breathing here. Taking 3 breaths. Making sure your upper torso is stacked on your hips. You're not slouching forward. And when you're ready, lowering your hands down onto the mat, straightening out that right leg, folding over that right leg, coming into your half split, staying here for 3 breaths. And when you're ready, bending back into that right knee, shuffling that right foot outside your right shoulder and your right hand, coming into your lizard lunge here. Chest is being drawn up towards the sky, gazing forward, breathing here, taking 3 breaths. And when you're ready, shuffling that right foot over to the left hand side, lowering that right leg down onto the mat, coming into your pigeon pose here, taking 3 breaths. Again, imagine your chest is being drawn up towards the sky, shoulders down and away from your ears. Maybe close your eyes, tuning into your body and noticing how it feels. And when you're ready, planting your hands shoulder width apart, tuck your left toes, lift your left knee, step back with that right foot to meet the left. Pedal out here in your downward facing dog for a breath. And when you're ready, on your next inhale, reaching that left leg up into 3-legged downward facing dog. Exhale, bring that left leg in between your hands on front. Lowering down the right knee, untuck your right toes. Inhale, reaching your arms up. Exhale, lowering your hands down onto your left leg. And just breathing here on this side for 3 breaths. Again, making sure your upper torso is stacked over your hips. You don't want to be slouching over your left leg. And just on every exhale, releasing into that left hip joint. And when you're ready, lowering your hands down onto the mat, straightening out that left leg, breathing here, taking 3 breaths. And when you're ready, bending back into your left leg, shuffling your left toes outside your left shoulder and your left hand, and breathing here. So imagine your chest is being drawn up towards the sky or gazing forward. Coming into your lizard lunge, taking 2 more breaths here. And when you're ready, shuffling your left toes over to the right hand side, lowering that left leg down onto the mat, coming into your pigeon pose here, breathing here for 3 breaths. And when you're ready, tucking your right toes, lift your right knee, step back with that left foot to meet the right. Pedal out here for a breath, inhale. And exhale, lowering your knees down onto the mat, bringing your knees as wide as the long edge of the mat and just walking out your hands on front, lowering your heart space on the mat. And just breathing here. Taking 3 more breaths. And when you're ready, coming up onto your hands, coming to lie on your belly on the mat, rolling over onto your back, hooking your knees in towards your chest, maybe rocking from side to side, giving yourself a nice hug here. Maybe expressing some gratitude for showing up on your mat here today. An option to stay here, option to come and grab your knees with your hands and just coming around in circular motions. In one direction. And then maybe going around in the opposite direction. And when you're ready, lowering your feet down onto the mat, keeping your heels in line with your knee. Bring that right leg over the left leg. Maybe apply some pressure with that right hand on the right leg. Staying here, option to interlace your hands behind your left leg, drawing that left leg in towards your chest. Breathe in here. Taking 2 more breaths. And when you're ready, releasing that left leg down onto the mat. Release the right leg. This time bringing the left leg over the right. Apply some pressure with your left hand on the left leg. Staying here, option to interlace your hands, bringing them behind the right leg. And just breathe in, taking 2 more breaths. And when you're ready, releasing. Extending your legs out on the mat. Extend your arms alongside your body. Shoulders down away from your ears. Releasing any controlled breath you may have had. Just allowing your body to breathe freely. Just sit back, observe, notice what's happening within your body. Staying here for as long as you want. But when you're ready, you can slowly come up to sitting. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this class, and if you did, please drop me a comment down below because I would love to know that you did. Thank you so much. Namaste. I hope you have a lovely day.